Hi, it's Mike Koenigs, and in this video, I'd like to stimulate your imagination about what Make Market Launch can do for you by having you meet and hear from a few people just like you who've seen success with their system over the past year. Now, the question you may be asking yourself is, will Make Market Launch work for me? You'll discover the definitive answer in just a minute. In this video, we will be doing something a bit different, and I think you'll like it. Pam and I are going to deconstruct success. This will be one part inspiration and one part implementation. You'll hear these stories of success, and then Pam and I will take a few minutes with each person and go behind the scenes to show you why each of these people are so successful. That way, you can learn their strategies, implement them, and see the results for yourself. One thing I know about our customers is they're smart, but a lot of them are actually too smart for their own good, and oftentimes that can get in their way of getting things done. Sound familiar? Now, they're entrepreneurs, small business owners, professionals like doctors, attorneys, service providers, consultants, authors, expert speakers, coaches, or creative types just like you, and they have a burning desire to contribute, make a difference, have massive impact, and to help people. Now, you have an idea. In fact, you probably have a lot of ideas and may have already attempted to put these ideas into a product. But for some reason, you get stuck or you don't know the first thing about how to market yourself, even though you're really good at your profession. But if you're still selling your time and study your knowledge for the past 5, 10, 20, or even 30 years, you know you're not reaching as many people as you'd like to, and you'd like to be earning 2 to 5 times more than you are right now, and tap into some form of continuity income and access affluent customers, and you'd love to become competition and recession-proof. Now, if this message resonates with you, then you're in the right place. There's hope and a solution to solve your challenge. So listen in and take some notes. The best part is you don't have to think too hard, so sit back and enjoy yourself. Our goal in this video is to take years off your learning curve and get you to success as quickly as possible. So let's go to the studio, shall we?
Hi, I'm Scott Mueller from St. Paul, Minnesota.
My name is Sue Ferreira. I'm from Victoria, British Columbia.
I'm Ken Wenrick and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona.
Absolutely the best product I've purchased in probably 15 years.
It takes something that's an abstract idea and gives you the tools and the steps to make it actually happen.
Hi, I'm Deborah Koslow.
And I'm Larry Koslow.
And we're from Mount Laurel, New Jersey.
I'm Amira Jones. I'm from Washington, D.C.
It's a win-win situation and I love it. I mean, this is the best part of my life right now.
Hey, Pam.
Hi, Mike. You know what makes me so excited about this video is that
No idea.
Well, good, I'm about to tell you, is that the people that you're about to meet are real people. They're not TV stars, they don't have a New York Times best-selling book, they haven't been on CNN a gazillion times. They're everyday people, business people, professionals, service-minded folks who just have a message they want to share, and they were able to put it into a system to quickly make, market, and launch their products. And of course, all the credit goes to them for implementing the system.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so as you listen to the first success story, we want you to ask one question. How can I take these strategies and implement them in my business right now? And while these businesses might seem different than yours, these strategies are not industry specific. They can work for you just like they work for them. All you need to do is take action. In fact, to be absolutely specific, no business is different. Your business isn't just different, our businesses aren't different, no business is any different.
That's one thing just about everyone says, but my business is different. The fact is, we all have the same challenges.
It's just an illusion. What all of our customers do have in common, though, and this is important to know, are two things. Number one, they got clear on their why. They understand their true purpose and why they want to get their products and services out there and what they want them to give them in their lives. Second, their primary motivator is not about the money. They know that they're here to serve first. So like you, they know that deep inside, you have the knowledge and systems that can transform the lives of your customers and clients. So when you follow our step-by-step system for turning your knowledge into products and marketing them, the money comes naturally and automatically when the pieces are in place. So let's start by watching and listening to our first success lesson. Let's have some fun with this and enjoy.
Yeah, here comes Sue Ferreira.
My name is Sue Ferreira. I'm from Victoria, British Columbia. And about, actually 2 years ago now, I first came to know about MML. This was actually before even the official launch. And I knew it was a product that could help me. I knew it could help me significantly in planning how to do a product that I knew I would need to to be able to convince baby boomers that they could make more money and live their retirement dream. Unfortunately, at that time, I had a sister who was actually dying, and so for a year, my whole life went on hold as I was going backwards and forwards to England. And then, you know, sadly she did die, and I came back to make market launch at the time of the launch of the program, and it just confirmed to me again, having been really mentally out of it for quite a bit, that this was a program that again is so well organized, so logical, that I knew it could help an awful lot of people develop a product and then make more money for their retirement. I have a program called Live Your Retirement Dream, which is very specifically designed to help baby boomers or upcoming retirees who haven't got enough money to live a comfortable retirement. A lot of people, as we know from the press, are looking at a relatively impoverished retirement compared with what they anticipated a few years ago. I have a program which puts together all the advice to help them create added income. I had a product, it was going nowhere. I'm a physician actually, I've been a physician for 40 years, but I'm never going to retire. I wanted to do something new for my retirement. I wanted to really, really help people whom I knew were going to have challenges through their retirement years. And I had done it. I had created a program, but I'm not a marketer. I knew nothing about marketing. I had some of the pieces in place, but it wasn't selling, and I didn't really know why, because it was the first product I'd ever developed. I went into the program, I just follow the steps, and now I have a program which is consistent, which is marketable, and it's thanks to that structure of make, market, launch it that I've been able to do that. It's there all the time. It doesn't matter when you got a question, you just go to the web, you sign in, you find out your answer, you solve it, and you move to the next phase. I think a lot of people who want to do something new get to that phase where they spin wheels, and to be able to go from spinning wheels to progress is it's an empowering thing, and it lifts your spirits, and you know you can go on, and then make, market, launch it will do that for you.
You know what I love about Sue Mike, and
there's a lot to love about her.
There is a lot to love about her. She's lovely. Is that here you have a woman who's an MD, a pediatric anesthesiologist, which is a tough field in medicine to practice. And she got into a position, she had a very successful career, and her world got turned upside down by her divorce, and it caused her to relook at everything. So she was in a unique position where she had to figure things out for herself.
And reinvent herself.
And
she'd been, basically 4 decades doing her profession.
Exactly, very successfully.
I'm not done, and she could retire and just go and do whatever she was going to do.
But she noticed something in her own struggles. She realized that she wasn't the only one, and she looked around and saw all the other people in her profession who were in a similar situation. Maybe they didn't have the painful divorce, but they certainly weren't set up for their financial future. So what's beautiful about this is she knows her avatar like no one else, and she was able to put together a program that would really solve a solution or provide a solution she knows they really needed, because she had worked with them for so long. So the transition was very, very easy because of that.
Yeah. And here's what I think is really important from your point of view is, so it doesn't matter where you are in your career. If you're in a place where you want to reinvent yourself, no matter if you've been in a profession for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, or even 40 years, you have an opportunity to reinvent yourself and live the life of your dreams. And in Sue's case, she actually created a product that is lifestyle oriented, where she's actually going to be living the lifestyle and teaching other people to do exactly what she did, because she turned her own reinvention into a product. And I think that is really exciting.
It's perfect. She figured out what she wanted, which is to enjoy her life, enjoy her family, and travel. So she's traveling around, teaching her material. You know, she got her book done, which is a great inroad for people to get to know who she is. And she's speaking to people who are her exact avatar. So it's just a total home run.
This is a fantastic example about what's possible. And it doesn't matter how young or old you are or where you are in your career, there's always an opportunity to take your unique knowledge, your unique point of view, and turn it into something that's going to make a difference, help people, and make a great living at it at the same time.
Hi, I'm Scott Mueller from St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm a funeral director there. As a funeral director, everybody kind of wonders what kind of product could I deliver that isn't more than the obvious one regarding the funeral. But what was really consuming me was being able to have a program that we could offer people that would help them and their family recover from this loss in their life. This has been a big frustration ever since my dad died and my brother died, and I thought that there was more that we could do. So the plans were kind of developing in my brain, but it wasn't until I saw Make Market launch that I thought this is a program that'll really give us the clarity to move forward and to assemble this program that we really want to do. There were two that were really important to me. One were the weekly calls that we were on that helped lead us through the program and really get clarity for who the customer is, who the person who might use this most. And then when we came here to San Diego for the live event, we really spent time developing the avatar, that customer that we want to position our product for. And that really has determined the elements of the product and what will be sent to them, and to help them recover from this death of a family member or friend. Those were the things that really brought me the clarity to kind of move forward with this. And then from that, developed a book that I always thought that I had a book in me, but I didn't really know what it should be about. And we just finished that and published that, and so we're bringing that to market as well. And we're using some of the things that we learned at Make Market Launch to further that as well. Our profession, like any profession out there, is changing dramatically. Our profession never used to change real quickly, but now it's changing very quickly, and a lot of times quicker than our ability to keep up with it. I feel like I'm really ahead of the curve. I feel like what needs to happen now is to establish yourself as an authority in your marketplace, not just a preference within the family, but as an authority in the marketplace, so that when that time comes, they're going to think of you first. And I think Make Market Launch has helped me, give me the tools to establish myself as an authority and to position myself as a published author as well. I have bought a lot of products over the years, and I haven't really consumed them or consumed them well. And the one thing that Pam and Mike are really good at is they really encourage you and help you consume the product. Once you get involved in this and you see it's a step-by-step process, then you're usually more likely to continue through with it. So I got involved in this with my daughter, and we really got involved in it in our business, and it's become something that we're real proud of.
Now that was Scott Mueller, and I gotta say, first of all, he's a funeral director, and while I was going through my cancer treatment at our last event, he gave me this great gift, which was a little model casket with a wine bottle in it. And he was all concerned that I wouldn't know how to take it. Of course, it was hilarious.
You gotta love a funeral director with a great sense of humor,
and
right?
basically he's saying, I hope you're not one of my next clients, was effectively what it was.
Oh my gosh, well, we were actually talking to him that one of the challenges he has in his business is that there's no repeat business, no repeat customers.
Yeah, exactly. You can only die once.
Right.
So, well, as far as you know, but in the Hindu world, I don't think they sell, but anyway, that would be a fun, but here's what's interesting. So he comes and he's like, how do I build my business? How do I differentiate myself? And he's a great example of a guy who's gone down the entire path, created a book, created products now, but why don't you talk a little bit about what's gone on? Because I think he's a great example of what's possible and another way to think outside the box. Pardon the...
Not the box,
yeah,
but
exactly.
the box.
A box.
Exactly. What I love about what Scott did is what I think is so powerful about this system, which is that you can take any industry, any field, any profession, and take your expertise and extend the impact, extend the influence you're having on people, and extend your income in the process. So he's run a very successful funeral home business in his area, and what he's able to do now is extend that reach and really fit a need, where what it is he saw so many people go through this process of grieving, and he has more references than anybody, again, about who his customers. He knows what needs are being met by most funeral homes when people pass on and what needs aren't being met. So he's able to take that experience, package it into a product that he can now extend to grow as another part of his business.
Right. Stand out and be unique in his marketplace.
Yeah, no one's doing that. I mean, I got the, I kind of laughed. I mean, I love hospice. Hospice is an incredible organization. When my mom passed away, I got the 1 month letter, the 2 month letter, the 3 month letter, and then the final 12-month letter, and that was it. And that's, that's literally, there wasn't a lot out there. So we identified a need, but there was a market for it.
Right.
So I also love that his daughter got involved, is that he gave the system and said to Taylor, go through it and, use this to help build our business. And she dove in and she was able to see some other opportunities to extend their impact as well.
Right, so she's basically turned that into her own business, and we'll see a little clip of her too.
Yeah,
so.
and it's allowed him to be able to continue his funeral business.
Right.
So at the same time.
This is great. So from your point of view, I think here's an important lesson that you can take from this, which is that classic, but how can I use this, or will Make Market Launch work for me? The answer is, no matter what business you're in, A, you always need to find a way to position yourself, be unique, increase your value, and show up in a different way than your competition. So if you want to become competition proof and find some way to set yourself apart, this is a perfect way to do it. And you can see it even worked for a guy in the funeral home business. I guarantee you that using these tools in your business, or doing what his daughter did, she was able to use these tools and basically create a business out of doing this for other people as well.
My name is Taylor Johnson, and I live in St. Paul, Minnesota, and I have come to Make Market Launch because I was basically hired to implement a product launch. There was my stepdad was working on a product that was always in his head for years and years, and he needed someone who would come in and take the ideas, take the product, and really get it implemented. And that's how we came across Make Market Launch. It was a system that helped us do that. He was the one who was approached by was given an email by Mike Koenigs, and he saw this program and thought, you know what, we should go to this together, check it out, see how it works, and see if that's something that we could use to make our product go. And when we went to the event, it was amazing. It was just so well laid out. That was the biggest thing, is that it takes something that's an abstract idea and gives you the tools and the steps to make it actually happen. I started off with a degree in dental hygiene, becoming a dental hygienist, working in a dental office, and I just knew that that wasn't my passion. It wasn't where my heart was. So many people have ideas, but they don't have an action plan. And to get access to the expertise of Pam and Mike is just unbelievable. It's a life revolutionizing thing when you go from hovering over people's mouths, cleaning teeth all day, which is a great job and it's great for a lot of people, but going from that to really working on something that's creative and having this ability to have an outlet for the skills you have, but just never have found a venue for, it's fantastic. And then you also get to learn something new. It's the marketing realm was completely unknown to me, except for being a consumer of it. And to be on the other side of it, it's quite the education. I have no formal marketing training, and I have a lot of education, but none of it was specifically in marketing. And this makes marketing accessible to people, to anyone, a dental hygienist. I can understand the elements of it and implement them to make our program work. And I think if I can do that, anybody can do that.
So that's Scott Mueller's daughter, Taylor. And what's great here is that you have someone who is a dentist hygienist, no experience in marketing, product creation, anything related to this field or industry. She was able to take the tools and Make Market Launch it, help her dad increase his funeral business, and then also create her own business, her own marketing consulting, and creating products for other people as well. Right. So it's just such a great example of you don't need the experience, you don't need the background, the tools are there. You can use this to make money for yourself, but you can also use it for other people, to consult to other people.
And I think this, again, how this translates to you is, A, even if you have no prior marketing experience, you have no prior product creation experience, and it doesn't matter if you want to do this full-time or part-time. In her case, she was a dental hygienist. She wanted to make a transition. She started out by working with her dad, which, by the way, her dad isn't liked by other people in the funeral home business because he's standing out too much. He's actually too good of a marketer, okay? And it was because of this process.
It's actually created some challenges there because his competition's going, whoa, what's going on? That's a good thing.
And what she said is now when she goes home, she's talking to her dad, they have their own language. They're talking marketing, which is actually pretty funny. But I think what's important too is when you hear what Taylor was saying, is this is a way to unlock your creative genius and be able to express yourself creatively in brand new ways you may have never dreamed of before. This opens up your world, not only for you and what's possible, but it also opens up for your ability to serve and change and help other businesses or other people express themselves fully and be able to get their message and their product and their tools out to the world and really make a difference in a lot of people's lives.
Hola, my name is Carlos Herrera. I'm from Mexico City. And what I do, I'm an author of the book Reclaim Your Personal Power and the founder of a transformational university. And basically what I do is I help professionals that they haven't found their secret mission in life. And I help them to have balance between spirituality and money. So they can have the freedom to travel, have a passionate life, and they can help people with their message by serving, giving, and sharing the best of themselves. Make, Market, and Launch make the difference so much that now I want to do this in real big, like the Transformational University. In the past, I knew I had the capacity to do it, but I was afraid to do it because I didn't know how to go from A to Z. Actually, I was in the training last April, and I took massive action because the program gave me so much detail, that I use all these partners to help me to write this book. So now they're promoting me, they're promoting my mission, and not just that. I just told you that I was an expert in selling and negotiation, and I had the resources, but I didn't have the leverage. So one of the things I learned Make, Market, and Launch is you have to create your products and you have to know how to build your list and how to bring people and how to start to offer them, you know, every single thing that you have. So it's more powerful, they're learning faster, they are so happy, and basically I don't have any competition now because I have so many products and everything that I'm offering, I already had that. All I had to do is follow the system. I believe that if you want to have an excellent life, you have to invest 5% of what you make every month to, you know, in yourself. If you want to have an extraordinary life, you have to invest 10%. And if you want to have a wow life, you have to invest at least 20% of what you make every month in yourself. But if you're hesitant about investing in yourself, I think that's the dumbest thing because sooner or later you're going to pay that price. In the past, before I took the training and I purchased the program, I was thinking just to continue as a trainer and make a great living, and that's it. After I purchased the program and now having all these details, I became the president of the transformational industry in Mexico. I wanted to become an industry leader, but I was afraid to lose my freedom. But now, because I know how to leverage my resources, how to create a tribe, how to work as a team by helping other people to create their own products and services and use their marketing, I help them, they help me, we're working as a team, and everything is much, much easier. And that's why we made this book together. That's why I created these CDs, and they helped me, and now I'm helping them to do exactly the same thing. So it's a win-win situation, and I love it. I mean, this is the best part of my life right now.
All right, so maybe you're not in the United States. We've got clients in over 60 different countries. In the case of Carlos, okay, he's really a force of nature, and he's positioned himself to be, as he's basically claimed, he says, I want to be the next Tony Robbins of Mexico, okay? So he's a guy who's bilingual, he's bridging that gap, and he's taking his knowledge and his know-how and opening up this gigantic Latino market And he is, again, he took and applied everything that he learned inside Make Market Launch, applied it in his environment, and he's got the benefit of being able to bridge multiple cultures at the same time.
And
what an opportunity.
Absolutely. And what I love that he did is he created a series of DVDs and audios, and he had never done it before. He just took action. He's such a great example of what can happen when you take action.
Massive action.
Massive action, and not get caught up in making everything perfect along the way. And his DVDs and audio sets are awesome. He showed them to me. He found a duplicator in Mexico. He said it was really easy to find with the tools we gave him inside Make Market Launch It. And they're beautiful and they're packaged great. And he now has this calling card that differentiates him immediately. He's also creating a university course. So he's figuring out how to escalate his initial programs and products into higher level things, along with the credibility that the university course gives him.
Yeah, and this is another thing that he said, you know, when it comes to mindset, and he also said there's another thing, he became president of a transformational industry in Mexico, positioning himself as a leader.
Right.
Very smart. Again, without his products, he couldn't have done that.
He couldn't have done it.
So this is a way that you can differentiate yourself. Again, in any industry, having a product immediately increases your value.
And if you want to speak, that's the other thing in this country and around the world internationally, is that people are getting speaking invitations predicated on what their products and services are and what they can offer at the end of a speech. So,
and I also love his life philosophy. He said, if you want a wow life, you need to invest 20% of what you make back into yourself, okay? Now here's a guy, and he talked about going from 5%, what that gives you, okay? That'll be like a good result. 10% is another result, but if you want a wow life, it's a 20% investment. And that's something that a lot of people forget, is like, if you want to constantly make an increase, a change, and some progress in your life, that's what it takes. And again, this is a skill set. Nobody can ever take it away from you. This is something that you can take, and literally you could start consulting or working or doing and creating products for people all over the world, in any culture, in any language. If you wanted to have the perfect on-the-road job, I mean, think about it. You could get by with a bag, a laptop, a phone,
some order forms,
yeah, exactly, and a camcorder, and you can go out and either produce products for yourself or produce them for other people, and again, position yourself as a leader anywhere in the world. That's pretty exciting.
I'm Ken Wenrick, and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm the co-founder of Infill Enterprises. And Infill Enterprises is a real estate company. We are teaching people how to go about buying and selling and building their own real estate businesses. And where I come from was, my original background was a real estate investor, and I had several other businesses. And during the 2008-2009 timeframe, the real estate market took quite a tumble. And so my business kind of took a back seat for a while. How I came across this product was that I was looking for something new, some way to reinvent myself. So I found Mike Koenigs, and I found some of his products, and I started buying some of his marketing programs and courses, and through that I ended up finding Pam and Make Market Launch. And I was really wanting to go out and create my own information products that we could use to train and teach other people. And so that's what we've done with the Infill Enterprises product, which we call, our first product was called Build for Profits. So in this particular instance, we designed this around frustrated investors that were running out of opportunities in the marketplace. They weren't able to find deals. So we specifically came up with this product geared around what the next step in the real estate investing market is. We started, per Pam's suggestion, we started with a small group, a local group of a beta group, where we brought in 10 businesses that we trained and tested the market out, and we had a tremendous success with that. And from there, we also talked about going into the next level of training, and we actually created an upsell program from there, which was a master mentoring program, which we've done well with.
What's so great about what Ken did is he figured out how to get his product done and get paid for it.
That is a great plan, and it's exactly what we did too. So a little bit of inside information will explain how this works. But imagine if you could create your first product and get paid to make it, and know that it's going to sell for sure. How is that possible? Well, go ahead and explain that.
Well, for us, what happened is I was doing a live event with Mike because we wanted to launch our business, and Mike gets on stage and sells this program that we're doing, and then, oh my gosh, I better deliver this program. And so it was fantastic, and that was really how Make Market Launch got born. And we like Ken, we learned so much in the process. So in Ken's case, what they did is he and his business partner, they got 10 people to invest $3,000 each in an 8-week program. It's in the real estate market.
Okay, so this works in any industry, in this case real estate. So what kind of, just for folks who are saying, so what specifically, so in the real estate, was it in real estate investing?
Land development, and then they figure out how to make improvements on the land and turn it. Okay, so it's a very specific niche.
They took some unique knowledge that only they had, or their unique twist on it, and they went out, talked to some people, and 10 people said, yes, I'd love to learn more about how this works. They charged them $3,000 each, so that's $30,000, and they essentially performed the training over a period of several...
8 weeks. They just captured it on video. The product got done. They made so many distinctions about what to do, what they could improve as they moved on, and then they sold an advanced coaching program at the end of that because they had raving fans who wanted to go deeper and learn more, wanted more information. And so...
And that's another very, very important thing is once you get started and you build some momentum, we give you the tools, we give you the step-by-step process. When you follow the stages, you follow the steps, we actually show you how to create a product, get paid while you're making it, deliver it, and invariably, as long as you follow the 7 steps, we focus on helping you get your customers so interested they say, what else do you have? What else can I buy from you? And I think that's really where the gold is.
Absolutely.
My name's Doug Allen. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I was sitting around before Christmas and I was just Googling some stuff, and the product came up, Make Market Launch It came up. I started using it that first day, and by the end of the day I was through the whole first module, and I was calling my friend saying it's the most fantastic product I had purchased ever since way back 15 years ago, just that first module. It gave me a different perspective, it gave me a bird's eye view of the whole project, and most important was getting reconnected to the purpose behind it, like why we were doing it in the first place. We got me connected to the people we were going to reach with that product. And those two things together, in that first module, I was so connected to why we were doing it again. Because when you work on something in the middle, you sort of get lost in all the details, you forget why you're even doing it. Make Market Launch It obliterated, wiped out all the burden, all the overwhelm, all the stress that had been involved in that slowed us down and got us to the point where we were stuck. Make Market Launch It totally wiped that out and got us driving forward till we finished it in a couple of weeks, after we didn't finish it for 6 weeks or 6 months. It's not just a product. You can apply these principles to launch a multi-million-dollar business with the same principles. From an ebook to a multi-million-dollar business, same principles. The first product we launched, we started back in June working on an iPad magazine. And we proceeded with it, we went forward with it until we got to the point where we were stuck. And everyone that works on any project, you'll reach a point where you're stuck. And it's at that point, you can either push through it and keep going forward, or you can just go to something else, the shiny object syndrome. What this Make Market Launch It did for us, it enabled us to go forward, like totally blow through those obstacles. That was the foundation, that iPad magazine. And then we used the same principles to spend the last 2 weeks mapping out an entire product line, business line, and focus on what's most important to complete first, and then build on that. So you build on the first building block was the iPad magazine. Then we have a whole entire business model planned out using the principles from it. Pam's genius in this is being able to see the end result, see the vision, see the end product, and see that future, and then work backwards and make it into a step-by-step prioritized sequence, step-by-step, absolute, infallible way to create that end result. Mike's genius is he's very brilliant in the technical aspects and what works, and he's so precisely accurate in what has to be done, and he provides so much certainty and passion in what he's doing. You combine Pam and Mike together, and you can't miss with Make Market Launch It. That's why this is probably the best product, absolutely the best product I've purchased in probably 15 years.
Doug Allen's a great example of a guy who's constantly reinventing himself. So I remember when we interviewed him, what he had said is, so he comes in, they had been working on a new program, and it was a product that
An
essentially
iPad magazine.
Yeah, okay. They'd spent 6 months on it, okay? Basically spinning their wheels, not getting anywhere. They cracked open Make Market Launch, and just after going through Module 1 and Module 2, it got them unstuck enough so they finished the entire product in 2 weeks. So sometimes just getting yourself in a place from being stuck and being unstuck is a matter of mindset, and that's really what Module 1 is all about.
And I think it's also having a step-by-step strategy, because we get overwhelmed, I think, because we look at the whole picture and we try to eat the whale in one bite, and we make it more complex than it needs to be. And so I think the key here is when you can break it down into a step-by-step process, when you're not worried about step 7, you're focused on step 1, it takes that overwhelm out of it, and it's that small momentum each day that makes the progress.
Yes. So for you, I think there's 2 big lessons that comes out of this. The first one is if you're wondering, A, will this work for me, and how do I get started? Well, that's the whole point of the 7 steps. And the first place to start is always, it begins and ends with mindset. So we focus on that. That's module number 1. Number 2 is a lot of folks always have this feeling of overwhelm. And again, that's why we have everything broken down into step-by-step templates. In addition to the 7 modules, everything is broken down, so you're literally filling in the blanks, and as you fill in the blanks, when you're done, your product is done as well.
And for him, it gave him so much certainty, not only about what he needed to do, but what he didn't need to do. And I think that's even more powerful sometimes, is understanding we shouldn't focus on these 4 other things. We don't need to. We just need to do this one thing, and that's what allowed him to move forward.
Yeah. So if you've ever experienced overwhelm in the past, we erase that. Think of Make Market Launch as an overwhelm eraser.
Hi, I'm Deborah Koslow.
And I'm Larry Koslow.
And we're from Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And we met Pam and Mike through email and at another conference that we had attended, and decided that Make Market Launch would help us to launch our business, or our business idea at the time. We didn't actually have a business when we started, but it helped us to pull together our idea and get started. So that's kind of where we started with Make Market Launch.
We've been speakers for many years, and with the stroke that I had 2 years ago, that meant a severe loss of income. So we thought, upon my recovery, that it would be the best place to develop a business if we could move it from, instead of traveling, to move it up to online.
We've been working with the system for the past year, and so we've just now launched our business, or our idea, and so we're new in getting it launched and using the system to do it.
The recovering from a stroke, as a stroke person, I needed something to work around, a therapy, call it. So sitting there and typing my thoughts, my anxieties, whatever it was important. And the fact that there was a structure for me to follow helped a lot. We moved in the process and met new doctors, and the doctors were incredulous. You had a stroke, and we had to go through the whole story, and that's when we realized it was an educational moment that other stroke victims and patients could use what we had developed for me. So it took a wife that cared, and cared a lot, and was determined, was ruthless in making sure that I could develop back again. The caregiver was the significant difference, that the significant other was a significant person in your life. And that was a difficult thing for husbands to understand. And what we found was what was helping us in verbally could help my friends. And one was vice president of a company, and the other was a 72-year-old man that was an incredible human being. I'm talking about Zwadi. And both of them had motorcycle accidents. Both of them had brain damage. Both of them needed some good points. That's the issue that happened for us for stroke. The revelation that there was a lot of good information out there on the internet, in some books that were published, in some doctors' particular techniques, but nobody had ever brought it together in a single package. And Deborah said, we speak for a living, why don't we bring it together in a package?
If you have an idea or a book, or you already have a physical product, or you already are a speaker, or whatever your platform is, you can take Make Market Launch and you can launch yourself or your business out there, and you can get going with it, because it is the tool. It is the easy step-by-step guide to get you going.
4 days ago, I did their thing, launched my book, and I'm like a stock market trader. Every hour I'm looking, oh crap, I'm going downhill in Kindle. Oh no, I'm going up. I made the top 10 bestseller list in Amazon. I had no idea how you could do that. I called my son and he said, people are actually buying your book? So I impressed my 25-year-old son, and that's what it's all about.
So here's an example with Larry and Deborah Koslow about how they're able to turn an absolute tragedy into something very, very powerful. Because what happened? So here Larry has a stroke, okay? That certainly is a defining moment. It's a great tragedy that, you know, just imagine how that would feel.
Created a lot of uncertainty for their future too.
Unbelievable. So here's what they do. They get Make Market Launch, they go through the process, and it became a form of therapy for him, okay? Gave him some laser-focused tools and resources to really do a lot of self-examination.
And questions to ask that were empowering, that would help him figure out how he could not only heal himself and accelerate what he was experiencing, but then what's so beautiful about what they did is they took this and used what was a difficult situation, which was a major challenge in their life, and figure out how to take it and help others. And that's such a big key. And I don't know if you've ever been through something, or you know someone who's been through something. We all have to some extent in our lives. And when you can take that challenge that you've overcome, or you've helped someone overcome, and use that to help more people, it's so powerful, not only from an impact and influence standpoint, but being able to help yourself go through the healing process, because for them, now they know moving forward, he's doing great. They've been able to create, you know, a nutritional shake that they know helps people, and take things to the next level for so many people.
Okay, so here's the way to look at it. To get specific, he took his stroke example. He's able to create a product that helps other stroke victims get through what he experienced, guide them through it, okay? Clearly there was a gap. He has his own unique point of view. So imagine what kind of unique tragedy or challenge have you had in your life that you've overcome. You've got a system, you've got a process, you can put that into a product and be able to not only help and benefit people, but also turn your life around and achieve financial freedom too. In their case, they've taken what was previously a completely offline business, and now they've turned it online as well.
And I think the other point about that is taking experience. They've been through it. And so when you can add a piece of your perspective or a piece of your experience into the puzzle, there's so much more value for people, because it's relatable, it's connected, it's real, you know it works, and you can take that and put it into a system that really helps other people.
I'm Amira Jones. I'm from Washington, D.C. I run two companies, All American Management Group and Brown Jones Media. What Make Market Launch has done for me is it's given me the opportunity not only to develop my own products, but to help my clients develop products they never thought they had in them. And that made a huge difference in my business. I used to be an executive with ABC and Disney and ESPN, and I had the opportunity to start the ESPN radio network, which was a tremendous ride. To see all of that go to a secondary player in the media business was sad. Once I became a consultant, I was hired by the Federal Communications Commission to do this big study on what happened to our business and what to do about it. And through that process, it motivated me to want to find the solution. And so what's going on now is, in the new media world, it's like the 1% of the economy gets it. I'm a career broadcaster, so I've put all kinds of people on the air, experts, authors, people that had, you know, important information to give, running news talk stations. Now that I run my own companies, these people didn't have a product. They didn't really know that they had a product. Now I have a strategy to help them bring new products to the marketplace they never had before, and put them not only on the air, but in digital platforms that has developed secondary and even primary revenue streams that they never had. When you have one product as an expert, you don't realize that there are several products within you. And so what Make Market Launch has allowed me to do is help them develop those products, as well as myself. It eliminates the blind spot. The thing that you don't see, that's right in front of you, that you had inside you all the time, it helps you bring that out easily and gets it to the market quickly. It saves stress for my clients, and it saved time for me. Because in the past, I would have to spend a lot of time trying to figure out what alternative streams were available. Now we can go right to the opportunities and get them to the market much faster. Imagine if you found yourself in a situation where you thought your product or your opportunity to generate revenue had come to an end, and you found a new way to really reinvent yourself easily, with less time and aggravation than you ever thought before. Well, that's what Make Market Launch It does. And that's what it's done for not only my business, for most of my clients who've seen the light to take advantage of it.
What I love about Zamira is you have someone who has a background in radio broadcasting, was an executive at Disney ABC, and saw his job and position really being phased out. Right. And instead of doing what happens to so many people because they just
shrink in and they're like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my job, I'm going to lose you.
And they don't know because they don't have the tools and resources. He got proactive and said, okay, you know what? Here's where things are going. It's about new media. It's about being able to expand opportunities into all the distribution channels that are available today. So he became an expert in new media and then created his own consulting business. So as great as his job was, he now has total control. There's no ceiling on his income, and he's able to take this expertise, build it, grow it, not only add value to where he was, but open up a whole new set of possibilities.
Right, right. And we've seen this time and time again. So you might be in an area, an industry, and let's face it, media right now, you look at the magazine industry, newspaper, television, radio, a lot of people have seen their opportunities, their jobs either go away or their opportunities shrinking. And instead of shrinking along with it, you say, where's the opportunity here? So the opportunity is clearly an opportunity to go out and spread the message, connect with other experts and help them grow their platforms and their expertise. So here he is. He basically built and grew a brand new business out of this. Yeah. He was able to leverage his existing environment in his world and the fact that he had been working with and for ABC and Disney. That doesn't hurt. Yeah. But now he's been able to take the process, take the 7 steps, apply it in, again, any industry. It doesn't matter what business you're in, be able to help other people expand their reach, and where someone may have had a product before, you saying, look, I can see where you could create 5 more products. And they're like, really? Can you help me do that? Yeah. Now he's become a producer, a product creator, and he's really gaining maximum leverage. He's taking everything he was doing and he knew before.
Absolutely. And I think the question to ask here is, look at where your career fits right now, whatever it is, and is there an opportunity here to not only expand yourself and your career and your reach, are there changes you can anticipate in your market, and can you protect yourself from that? But then also, can you take these tools, and how can you take these tools to help other people and expand your business that way? So I think what's been really exciting for us to really see the impact of Make Market Launch is seeing how people maybe start with one idea and they want to make this product, but then that leads them to these 3 other things, and that leads them to these other 5 things, and all of a sudden they're in control. They have a sense of mission and vision for where they're headed. They have economic independence that they didn't have before because they have sources of income that aren't dependent on other people.
That's right. And there's another note that I had in here that I think was really important, which is, number 1, MML, Make Market Launch, made him an instant expert and authority in product creation, and the system, the process, eliminated blind spots that he himself said, look, I would have never seen these problems if I hadn't gone through the program. So what we do is we're going to take you, no matter where you are in your cycle of development, turn you into that instant expert and authority. We're going to eliminate the chances that you're going to make all the mistakes that we've collectively made. There's a lot more than 40 years of combined mistakes here, I promise you that. And you're going to use and leverage Pam's gift of taking the complex and making it simple. We're going to simplify that process. So we're going to take the worry out of this. So if you're stuck and you're thinking, I don't know where to begin, that's one of the big things that this program, this process is going to do, just like it did with Zamira.
Make Market Launch It is the single best information product I've purchased in the last 15 years, and I've purchased tons of them. And I would highly recommend that if you're not sure which product to start with, if you tried other products, you didn't really produce the greatest results, Make Market Launch is the single best product I can recommend because it will give you a proven result quick, just like that in a couple of weeks. We just apply the principles they teach us, follow the steps.
The number 1 thing that makes Make Market Launch It work is its simplicity, it's consistency, follow the steps. And I should say that it works, not only are the steps simple, but it works because the backup and the videos and the PDFs and everything are so exquisitely done. It's a beautiful product.
You have to get Make Market Launch because it's going to simplify your life, it's going to help you to think big, and especially it's going to save you tons of money and energy. You deserve it. You have only one life, and if you're going to do it, think big. Go, in a big way, and, simplify your life.
Make Market Launch is just a vehicle to get you where you want to go. It takes you from this idea that maybe and probably has been brewing around in your head forever. And it gives you the opportunity to take that idea and make it into something you can share with other people and change other people's lives.
You get so much in there for the money, and if you don't do it, it's going to set you ahead. It's going to cut down your learning curve. You could spend a lot more money than this trying to do it yourself or trying to go through the internet and figuring things out and listening to others when it's all right here in a nice, concise package where it's ready to go.
I think Make Market Launch is a turnkey system that anybody can buy and apply to their business. I'm in a business that's hopelessly traditional, that doesn't seem to change over the years, and if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Well, there you have it. People just like you who've had great success implementing the strategies they received in the first version of Make Market Launch, and the new system is even better and easier. Now, your job is simple. Take the tools you have learned in the first 3 videos, combine them with what you discover in video number 4, and see the results for yourself. You have just about everything you need, with the final keys to success coming in video number 4. In just a few days, we'll send you that video where you'll find out more about the opportunity, the market, and the money. You'll also learn more about the Make Market Launch It system that you can use to refine and share your message, make more money, and help more people. So keep your eyes on your inbox, and we'll see you in just a few days.